Next speaker's Dick Skrinjar. Dick, I was lucky to get him. I stole him from the city. He joined our staff in October of 2015. He's worked in the administration of five. Is this true? I don't know if this is true. 5 governors and 3 mayors. That's got to be a typo. This guy has been around, and like I said, I'm very, very fortunate to have him working for us as a community, but certainly being my friend and giving advice to the office. Before he became what he is with me, he was the Community Services Director of the City of Pittsburgh and created the largest senior service program in the state, and that is true. The city's healthy, active living centers for seniors, and they still exist, I think, right? And these other, without his leadership, they've continued to exist. So it was a no-brainer to bring Dick on board, and I'm very happy that you did. Thank you for doing that. So, Dick, would you please?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. If you do not have an attorney, one will be provided for you. You have a right to that attorney, and all of us will pay for that attorney for the accused people. Everybody knows those are the rights of people accused of crimes. For the last 8 years, we've spoken in front of hundreds of senior groups and presented that same idea to them, and then asked them the question, what are the rights of a senior victim? There's no answer. The Senior Justice Program that the district attorney has put together is a way to balance out the rights of victims versus the rights of the accused. The Senior Justice Advocate Program, the work that Julie Capone does with our prosecutors, it's our attempt to help senior victims navigate a really, really tricky, intricate system of justice. We bring together all the resources available, law enforcement, public service organizations, both public and private. The best example is the Center for Victims and also the Area Agency on Aging working with us on each and every case that we have. The cooperation and interest and involvement of the 107 police departments that surround the city of Pittsburgh is remarkable and incredible. Anytime we've ever called about a particular case, the chief of police there said, boy, I knew it was a matter of time before you'd be calling about this or that person. So they are familiar and doing tremendous, tremendous community police work. They know what's going on in their communities, and that's very, very helpful. The first question that we're asked as senior justice advocates is, why are we targeted for these criminals and con artists? And the simple answer is because you have assets. I think we still have the second largest population over 60 in the United States. And that population is on fixed and defined benefit pensions, on Social Security, they own homes, and the latest statistic I heard was 70% of the money that's in banks is owned by people over 60. You don't go to college to get a degree to become a criminal. You just kind of learn that, or it's part of your nature or part of your culture or whatever. And the criminals are very, very resourceful in finding the targets that they want to go after. And Allegheny County and the people over 60 in Allegheny County are like ground zero for every con artist, every scammer, every abuser in the state, the United States, and the world. It's international. The work of our fraud squad has contributed to the numbers and the figures that District Attorney Zappala mentioned. $35 million stopped and saved of fraud against seniors in Allegheny County. That money is now in their pocket, so they don't have to make decisions about whether or not I eat get my medicine or go to the doctor. That money is in their pocket to use. We have 500 and some volunteers that are part of the fraud squad. They're all over 60. It was their idea. They came to me and Cindy Carioli and Joe Giuffre and said, you guys should put together something like a fraud squad. The three of you remind us of the Mod Squad from the 60s or whenever that show was on TV. That's how that started. Every month for the last 5 years, we've produced a fraud squad alert that goes out to those people who in turn take it to other people who in turn take it to other people and also take it to the news media. The Area Agency on Aging Protective Services, we deal with them on over 4,000 cases and complaints of abuse against seniors every year. A lot of those end up in the court and being prosecuted by Julie Capone. The way that we're continuing, we're not even halfway there. We've reached maybe 100,000 of the seniors out there. We continue every day, and we won't be satisfied till we've reached everybody. And what that's done is kind of built a herd immunity. If you remember the term from the last couple of years ago, the more people we talk to, the more those people talk to other people, the more we're engaged, creates a herd immunity against the fraud and against the abuse. We're using more and more technology as seniors become adept at technology. What we're doing today with the live stream is a great example of how we will continue and how we'll pursue it in the future. We use technology to protect and prevent the crime against seniors. The Precious Metals program that identifies merchandise that's exchanged in these stores and places that buy gold and silver. It's kind of like an Amazon of products that people have exchanged for money. The police departments and victims use that catalog of stuff to find out whether or not dad's ring or mom's necklace that they consider was stolen is part of that inventory in the Precious Metals program. We've restored thousands of stolen pieces of jewelry to folks, heirlooms, things that are important to the folks. We've also used, and the Chief Campbell can attest to this, and as can the police departments throughout the county, the use of the license plate readers and the camera system have been applied in the senior justice program. Somebody in a parking lot steals the purse of a senior or steals it out of the car, the camera sees them doing it, catches the license plate number, they go from Robinson Township to Fraser Township. By the time they drive from by the time they drive from Robinson Township to Fraser, the Fraser Township police are waiting for them and have them captured. The theft is restored to the senior, they're made whole again. I would be remiss if I didn't share with you or give you some advice about what to do to protect yourself and help prevent things. The number one piece of advice, or among the top pieces of advice, is the advice that mom and dad gave you when you left home on your first day of school. Don't talk to strangers. Whether they're on your house phone, on your smartphone, on your laptop, on your desktop. Don't talk to strangers. If you don't know them, don't answer them. That's the simplest way to avoid being drawn into any type of scam out there. And things that look to separate you from your hard-earned money. That's good advice for any age, not just seniors. And number two, just because it's new and it's inventive and it's the flavor of the week of whatever it is out there, doesn't mean it's true or it's good. There's a temptation to go after the new and the innovative. You're better off sticking with names, businesses and people that you trust, that have delivered your satisfaction year after year. There's no reason to divorce yourself and drop what you've been doing and change into something else. Stick with things, places, and people that you trust. And never, ever, ever be afraid to talk about being a victim or you've run into trouble. Don't be embarrassed and don't feel stupid for falling victim to something. I know this for a fact because in February, my identity was stolen. And I was helped by the army of people that we have working with us, the police, the courts, the lawyers, the service agencies. They're there, and we're there to back you up and help you out in these matters. Thank you.